extraordinary published by authority. No. 332 Impel, Tuesday, December 31, 2019, Pausa 10, 1941. Government of Manipur Secretariat, Home Department. Notification Impel, the 31st of December 2019. Manipur Inner Line Permit Guidelines, 2019. Noel, 9-3-2019H, ILP, in exercise of the powers conferred by Section 2 and Section 4 of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation, 1873, Regulation 5 of 1373, as extended to the state of Manipur vide Order of President of India No. SO. 4433, dated the 11th of December 2019, the state government hereby prescribed the following guidelines as follows. 1. Short title and commencement. 1. These guidelines may be called the Manipur Inner Line Permit Guidelines, 2019. 2. They shall come in force on the date of publication in the Manipur State Gazette. 2. These guidelines apply to the whole state of Manipur. 3. Any person who is not indigenous person of state of Manipur or permanent resident of the state of Manipur and entering the state shall obtain a permit to enter the state called Inner Line Permit. 4. Types of Inner Line Permit. There shall be 4 types of Inner Line Permits as below. I. Special Category Permit. This permit is issued for special category people like government contractors, investors, traders with business establishments in the state or intending to do business in the state, issued initially for a period of 3 years subject to renewal. Regular permit. This permit is normally issued to individuals who visit the state frequently subject to sponsor by any permanent resident of the state and is initially issued for a period of 6 months. Temporary permit. This permit is normally issued to tourists, business representatives or those who visit for a short period subject to production of valid identity card and is issued initially for a period of 15 days subject to renewal. IV. Labor permit. This permit is issued for a specific period to a group of laborers brought by any contractor or firm or company or individual engaging them for construction works. Manipur Gazette. 2. 5. Authorities to issue Inner Line Permit. The following authorities are authorized to issue Inner Line Permit. I. For Special Category Permit, Home Department. E. For regular permit, all the deputy commissioners in their respective districts or any other agency authorized by state government. E. For temporary permit, all deputy commissioners in their respective districts, deputy resident commissioners or OSD of Manipur, Barwans, New Delhi, Kolkata and Guwahati, subdivisional offices, Jiribam, Songsong, Jesami, Singat and Mora, officer in charge of police station at Mao, Jiribam, Jesami, Mora, Bahayang, Sinjaul, Impel Airport and any other agency authorized by state government. IV. For labor permit, deputy labor commissioner and any other agency authorized by the state government. 6. Renewal of Inner Line Permit. The authorities authorized to issue permit may renew the permit on receipt of an application from concerned person or agency, subject to maximum of 2 such terms. B. Any further renewal beyond 2 times shall be referred to the Home Department for further renewal, who may consider renewal subject to satisfaction. C. All such renewals are subject to good conduct and non-involvement in any criminal activity. 7. How to apply for permit. All persons or agencies seeking Inner Line Permit shall apply either directly in prescribed format or through online to the concerned agencies as and when online system is introduced. B. Only temporary permit shall be issued at entry points into the state at Mao or Jiribam or Jesami or Mora or Bahayang or Sinjaul, Impal Airport and by Manipur Barwans New Delhi, Kolkata, Guwahati, c. Applications shall be submitting in the following forms. I. Special category permit shall be applied in Form A.E. Regular permit shall be applied in Form B.E. Temporary permit shall be applied in Form C.IV. Labor permit shall be in Form D. 8. Category of persons exempted from inner line permit. I. All indigenous persons of state of Manipur and all permanent residents of the state of Manipur and their family members. E. All India service officers belonging to Manipur cadre including their family members. 3. E. IV. B. By. VII. VIII. All central government offices and state government offices including their family members. All employees of the central corporations and government undertakings including their family members. All employees of the Central Para-Military Forces and their family members. All employees of armed forces and their family members. All executive members of the recognized national and state political parties. Students admitted to various educational institutions in Manipur and holding valid identity card. 9. Special category inner line permit. The following persons are eligible for special category permit. I. Any investor who is investing funds for development projects in the state of Manipur. E. Any contractor who is engaged by central and state government for execution of projects. E. Any trader who is not a permanent resident of the state and having business establishment or intending to establish business in the state and having trade license issued by competent authority, IV. Any other person as decided by the state government. B. Application shall be submitted in Form A. C. Applicant shall submit supporting documents for proof of his eligibility, unless government permits otherwise. D. The permit shall be issued by the State Home Department after due verification and satisfaction. E. The permit is valid initially for a period of 3 years which could be renewed subject to satisfaction of the authorities. 10. Regular inner line permit. A regular inner line permit will be given to person who has to stay longer period of time in the state or have to visit the state on frequent occasions. B. The applicant shall be sponsored by any permanent resident of the state of Manipur. C. Application shall be submitted in Form B1D. Only authorities notified under Para 4. E. Are authorized to issue the permit subject to verification of the authenticity of the sponsor. E. This permit is normally issued initially for a period of 6 months, subject to renewal for a maximum of 2 occasions. 4. 11. Temporary inner line permit. A temporary inner line permit will be given to persons who visit the state for a short-term stay like tourist and visitors. B. Application shall be submitted in Form C. Along with proof of identity. C. It shall be issued normally for a period not exceeding 15 days by authorities notified under Para 4. E. Which may be renewed for another period of 15 days. D. This permit shall be issued on submission of application with proof of identity without any further verification unless the authorities suspect the identity and purpose. 12. Labor inner line permit. A labor inner line permit shall be given to group of labor force engaged by any contractor or agency or individual for execution of any government project or any private construction. B. Such contractor or agency or person shall submit the details of the persons engaged from outside the state in Form D. C. In case of government contract works, the contractor shall get the application recommended by the chief engineer of the department or head of the organization concerned. D. the authorities authorized at para 4, IV, shall issue the permit subject to satisfaction and genuineness of the applicant and shall be for a maximum period of 6 months in the first instance subject to further extension for another period of 6 months, for the initial 15 days, pending grant of individual permit, the chief engineer of concerned department or head of the organization in respect of government contracts and by deputy labor commissioner in private cases may issue provisional bulk permits subject to physical verification. However, separate permit shall be issued to each laborer within 15 days of bulk permit by the authorized authority mentioned at para 4, IV, above, F. Any further application for additional labor permit by same contractor or individual shall be subject to verification of labor brought on earlier occasion by Labor Department. G. It shall be the responsibility of the concerned chief engineer or head of organization and contractor concerned that the laborers shall not overstay without a valid permit. H. The contractor shall ensure return of the laborers immediately after the completion of the task or work for which they are brought or on expiry of permit period, whichever is earlier through the same route. I. The entry and exit of labor shall be verified and monitored at the entry points by the authorities concerned. 13. Payment of fees. All persons seeking permits shall pay fee as below. I. Special permit fee shall be rupees 5,000 in the first instance and rupees 10,000 in the subsequent instance. E. Regular permit fee shall be rupees 500 rupees in the first instance and rupees 1,000 for each renewal. E. Temporary permit fee shall be rupees 100 in the first instance and rupees 200 for renewal. IV. Bulk permit fee shall be rupees 100 for each individual in the first instance and rupees 100 for renewal. 5. B. The authorities collecting fee shall issue a receipt to the applicant on receipt of the fee. C. All fee collected shall be accounted for and shall be deposited to government treasury once in fortnight. D. The authorities shall maintain records of all receipts for verification. 14. Format of permit. The permit shall be issued in the following formats: a special category permit, Form E-B, regular permit, Form F-C, temporary permit, Form G-D, labor permit, Form H. 15. Refusal to grant permit. All permits shall be issued subject submission of valid identity and to the satisfaction of the issuing authority. The issuing authority reserves the right to refuse permit. The temporary permit should not be normally rejected unless there is any doubt on validity of document or any violation of the conditions in the past. 16. Entry of foreigners into the state of Manipur. These regulations and guidelines shall not apply to foreigners who shall be regulated and governed by Foreigners Protected Areas, Order, 1958 made under the provision of Foreigners Act, 1946 and the Passport, Entry into India, Rules, 1950 and subsequent amendments. 17. Check gates. There shall be check gates at the entry and exit points into the state of Manipur at Mao, Jiribam, Jessami, Mora, Bahayang and Sinjaul. B. These check gates shall be manned by concerned police officials who shall be responsible for issue of temporary permit for entry. C. The personnel posted at gates shall monitor entry and exit of people who are not permanent residents of Manipur. D. The checking of luggage or other belongings of visitors is outside the purview of inner line permit. E. There shall not be harassment to the visitors and the undue delay should be avoided which causes uncomfortable situation. F. The checking shall be done inside the vehicle as far as possible. 18. Verification and monitoring. The work of monitoring and verification shall be done by district police authorities under the supervision of the deputy commissioner concerned. While doing so, they should avoid unnecessary harassment to the visitors. 19. Maintenance of records. All authorities authorized to issue permits shall maintain record of permits issued in a register in Form I.B. All authorities shall maintain record of renewal of permits in Form J.C. All authorities authorized shall furnish monthly returns in the Form K, and submit to Home Department within 15th of the succeeding month. 20. Penalty. Any person who is not a permanent resident of the state of Manipur and stays in the state without any valid permit shall be liable for prosecution as provided under the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation, 1873. 6. 21. Residual powers. The residual powers to address any doubts or issues not addressed in the above guidelines shall be vested with Home Department, whose decision shall be final. 22. Powers to relax. The state government has inherent power to relax any of the above guidelines at its discretion. These guidelines are notified with the approval of Cabinet vide its decision dated the 29th of December 2019. Dr. J. Suresh Babu, Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur.